guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video we are talking all about the new Nude palette. I've got 4 to show you and compare them with you and help you to decide which one is for you. I've got the Ciate Glitterstorm, I've got the Kevyn Aucoin Nude Pop and the Huda Beauty Nude and the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Palette Stars in Your Eyes. If you're interested to see my thoughts on this palette and help you decide which one for you and show you comparisons, just stay tuned to watch it. Let's start with the most affordable one, and that is the Ciate London Glitterstorm. Palette looks like that and retails for $42 US and it's made in Italy. Firstly, of course, the packaging of these guys is so beautiful, so relaxing to watch with all these glitter, stars. And when you open it, you get a huge mirror and you get 9 shades, which you have 3 glitters, 2 foils and 4 mattes. This is a beautiful all-around palette. Firstly, I like the price, I like how the product performs, and you have the everyday shades here. You have enough mattes and also you have your foils and your glitters. Basically, it is an all-around beautiful nude palette. Second one is the Kevyn Aucoin Nude Pop. This retails for $57 US and it's also made in Italy. And you get a big mirror again. And have a look at that. You get 12 shades in this one. You get 3 foil shades, which is these 3. And you get 4 kind of like satin shimmers. These 3 and these 2. And then you have 5 mattes. This is really beautiful too. It is nude, you have light shades, you have darker shades. The only thing with this palette, guys, it has a lot of like lighter shades. So I'm not quite sure how this will translate on deeper skin tones, so bear that in mind. I really love it and I'm wearing it on my eyes today, obviously. I'm wearing this shade here as my transition and this shade all over the lid. And on the lower lash, I'm just wearing that, pure and simple. I really like this one as well. I think the price is quite fair. It's Kevyn Aucoin's holiday palette. I believe this is not limited edition, and it's really beautiful. Now let's go with the next one, which is the Huda Nude palette, and this is retails for $67 US and also made in Italy. Firstly, the packaging of this is bomb. I mean, all the packages are beautiful. You get a big mirror here and you get that classic sleeve of Huda, which is great. And you get 18 shades. And as you see here, this nude also has like that kind of like burgundy purpley vibe. And what you get here, guys, you get these 2 glitters. Then you get these 4 kind of like foil shades. Huda, I don't know, she said it's a new formula and stuff. They're very, very intense foiled shades, as you see here, and the rest are mattes. This is a beautiful palette. Also, you get a lot of matte colors. You get a lot of light matte colors. The only thing with that, you don't get many deep colors. I like the shades, they're beautiful, but it's kind of like, for me, you can create kind of like monotone looks, monochromatic, if you will. It doesn't have a lot of variety. And also you get that concealer over here, which, to be honest, I don't really understand why it needed to be there. Personal preference, if you wanna offer like a base for eyeshadow, you just offer it on the side in a tube separate with the palette, but not inside the palette, because obviously when you're gonna use it, this is gonna be filled with glitters and powders from the other eyeshadows. All in all, obviously this is a beautiful palette and I really enjoyed it too. But bear in mind that it has the concealer, it is expensive, but the shades are beautiful, they perform really, really well. And now the last palette I'm going to talk to you about is the most expensive one. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Stars in Your Eyes palette and retails for $75 US. And again, it's made in Italy. Big mirror here and you get, look at that. You get 12 shades in this one, where you get 7 shimmers and 5 mattes. And again, you have a variety of nudes. I have to say this palette, it's a little bit more versatile than the Huda. You get, of course, lighter shades, but you get more deeper matte shades. And also you can create a little bit more variety of looks. Like you have here the golden ones and more like champagne. And here you have the more like mid brown. And here you have like the purple burgundy kind of like shades. These two palettes for me are quite similar because as you can see the colors, you see a lot more muted kind of like colors, if you know what I mean. I love the fact that the nude palettes, they kind of like change and they lean towards a little bit of color but more muted. So I would say, like, if I had to compare both of them, they both have, like, you know, the glittery shimmery shades, but they both have beautiful mattes. The only thing is, this is a little bit more, it has like more deeper mattes, if you will. This has a lot of light shades, as I said, which they work beautifully on lighter skins, but I'm not quite sure, as I said, how they're gonna go with deeper. They both have a good price. This is 47, this is 57. They both perform exceptionally well. I can't pick because I like them both equally. I'm just very impressed for both of them. But I'm gonna swatch some shades and show you side by side. These are the Ciate London and these are the Kevyn Aucoin. I mean, you have like darker shades on the Kevyn Aucoin like this and on the Ciate like that. Then you have mid-tone shades like this and that. I mean, on the Ciate is more kind of like berry. The Kevyn Aucoin, the only difference is you have that gold, which I'm wearing on the lid. But then you have similar shades that like that rose gold you have on the Ciate as well. And also you have that one that you have on the Ciate. There are similarities. All in all, I like both of them. It depends what you like and what you're after. Now let's compare the Ciate glitter one with the Huda Nude. These are the Ciate as with the previous one, and these are some of the Huda. As you see, again, you see similarities. I mean, besides the two glittery shades that in the Huda, they're like a very intense pressed glitter, where the Ciate ones, they're more like kind of, they are pressed glitter, but they're more smooth, if you will. The Ciate ones, guys, they don't need glitter glue, but these, they require glitter glue, otherwise they're gonna be fallout. The Ciate ones, they're not fallout. As you can see, you have again the same thing. The burgundy with the purple. The Huda ones, they're not as muted, if you will, as the Ciate, but again, the Ciate, they're not as muted as the Kevyn Aucoin. I hope I make sense. Anyway, you see similar shades here, like this one and a little bit of that and this, or you can see this and that. Some of the foils, you can see similars with the glitter. I just wanted to show you that they're not like, especially translated on the eye, guys, they're not gonna be extreme difference, if you know what I mean. The Kevyn Aucoin and the Huda, this palette here is more like kind of like muted colors beside that gold, and as you see, the Huda is a bit more vibrant, if you will. But with the Kevyn Aucoin, you can create a variety of looks. This one is kind of like lean, more monochromatic, if you will. This is the Kevyn Aucoin, this is the Huda. Some of the mattes, they look pretty similar. Kevyn Aucoin, Huda, Kevyn Aucoin, Huda. As you see, it's just as I said, with the Kevyn Aucoin, you have more variety. You can create more golds and, you know, purples and all that stuff. Let's compare the Huda with the Charlotte Tilbury, because they're both like the most expensive palettes. These two are very similar. This is permanent, I believe, but this of Charlotte Tilbury is limited edition. Bear that in mind. Now, both of them perform really well. The only thing is the Huda one, the concealer, didn't need to be there as per me. And this one, the Charlotte Tilbury one, the Stars in Your Eyes, it's one of the best palettes Charlotte ever created. Now have a look at this. These shades are all of the Huda shades, right? And these are the Charlotte Tilbury. Don't you see similarities, or it's just me? I mean, that's Huda, that's Charlotte Tilbury. Have a look at that. Right? You have warm browns here, you have warm browns here, goldish kind of like color here, you have a more intense bronze in the Charlotte Tilbury ones. You have kind of like purples on the Charlotte Tilbury ones, and burgundies you have the similar in the Huda. You have like this color here. I mean, I can see a lot of similarities. They're not the same obviously, but they're very, very similar. The only thing on the Huda, you get the three different textures. You get obviously these glitters, and you have these foil shades, and also the mattes and the concealer that probably didn't need to be there. And the Charlotte Tilbury ones, you get the mattes, you get like the foils, and a little bit kind of like shimmer, kind of like toppers, but they're beautiful. Huda, you get 18 shades, which one is concealer, so it's actually 17, and it's $65. They're both made in Italy. On here, 12 shades, and you're not like wasting anything here. One thing I like about Charlotte Tilbury is how she puts them up, like in three. These three shades, they are like a look kind of thing. So it gives you a guide where to start, if you will. Now, I love both of them. Remind the price, 65, 75, 18 shades, 12 shades. They all perform really well. Here you have, as I said, the glitters and the concealer. Here, you don't have that. The colors are similar. You can create similar kind of like looks. It depends on your preference and the texture and what you like to work with. I think they both are very, very beautiful. In Charlotte's, I like that you have the light to deep. Okay, it makes sense. Here kind of like it's all over the place. You don't know where to start and where to finish. I mean, when I see the Charlotte Tilbury one, I know instantly what sort of looks I can create. Instantly. These three, these three, these three, these three. Or because it comes from light like to dark, when I see the Huda one, I need to think a little bit more. The Charlotte Tilbury one, it's probably one of the best palettes that Charlotte created. All the shades perform exceptionally well, but it's the most expensive one. So bear that in mind. Also the packaging I love because it's very, very light and it's very, very sleek. The Huda one, of course, it has more shades, but the packaging is a little bit more thick, a little bit more bulky, if you know what I mean, but it's beautiful. You don't need all four of these palettes because you can create similar looks unless you are a collector or like a crazy person like us here on YouTube and you like to collect things, you know what I mean. To be honest, I can justify you why I need all of these palettes, but in reality I don't, because the differences on the eye, how they perform, it's not really big. Just pick one that's calling your name. You know that you can create similar looks effect. And it depends on your budget and it depends what you like. As I said, these two, they are similar. Here is like more kind of like monochromatic looks, but they're beautiful. These glitters are beautiful. The foils are beautiful, the mattes and the packaging. Here, there's no waste. It's just all in all, it's spot on and it's bomb, but it's $75. If you can't afford to spend that much, you have the Kevyn Aucoin, which is beautiful. It's $57 and you can create similar looks. If you can't afford that, then you have the Ciate London, which again, it's beautiful and you have kind of like the same theme. And I believe, I think I saw it at Sephora US for $30. I mean, that's a bargain, guys, seriously. All in all these four palettes, guys, are beautiful. Even if you pick any of them, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. I had to recommend one. It depends on your style, your needs, your budget, what you like. That's why I made that video, to show you the similarities, the differences, and to talk to you a little bit more in depth about each palette so I can make it easier for you to pick. Yeah, the Glitterstorm palette, guys, it's beautiful and the price is amazing and all the colors perform well. It's more beautiful in person than it looks on camera. Also on the other side of the spectrum, this Charlotte Tilbury, I mean, I've done a whole video. I have like 4 looks on this palette. It's, what can I say? But the price is steep. The Kevyn Aucoin, I adore this palette, guys. It's so beautiful. But bear in mind, again, you have a lot of lighter shades here. but you can create kind of like different looks. And then again, you have the Huda. There are like a lot of people that are die-hard Huda fans, and they're gonna pick that up. It's a beautiful palette, but bear in mind this contains a concealer, and also you have to work with these glitters. That's all, guys. I hope this video helped you to make a decision. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. And until next time, mwah! Bye!